So I woke up today and saw something very interesting on Twitter that I think raised a lot of eyebrows. I'll just show you what it is. Seth Rogen posts, "I'm teaming up with Airbnb so you or someone else can hang out with me and spend the night in a house inspired by my company, Houseplant." Now, if you're not familiar with Seth Rogen's company, Houseplant, it's referred to as his weed company, and they make products. They have flour and stuff in legal shops, but they also make like rolling trays. They have some ashtrays, and I think they sell like record players and stuff. But it's Seth Rogen's weed company. So you would assume by looking at the listing, a house inspired by his company, that you're going to go there and have a nice sesh, right? Cool little hot box. You're going to get to hang out and try some of what Seth Rogen's smoking. Well, not if you ask Airbnb. Somebody says, "Is this place 420 friendly?" Asking for a friend. Airbnb help replies, "Guests are not allowed to smoke within the home. No cannabis-based products will be made available or provided to the guests during the stays." Nothing for you. But it's weird because when you look at the listing, it's like everything here implies that I'm going to have a nice little sesh here, right? Here's the actual listing. It says a highly creative retreat. They put the dash in there because they want you to think you're going to get high, but you can't. There's no smoking inside. So this is the little about me. Hi, it's me, Seth. If you're reading this, you're considering booking a night at the Houseplant inspired retreat. What makes it Houseplanty, you may be asking? Well, it's stocked with some of our favorite house goods. Even a pre-release copy of our new vinyl box set volume 2. The mid-century styling and LA views also have a distinctly houseplant feel. And there's the fact that I'll be there to welcome you, which, given that I'm the founder, adds to the houseplantness. I am Houseplant. So Seth Rogen is going to be there. Like, he'll show up, but you can't smoke with him. And you can't smoke in the house. It says it again down here at the bottom. This home is privately owned and operated. No cannabis-based product will be made available or provided to the guests during the stays. Which, like, it's so interesting because let's look at the pictures. Let me show you what we're working with here. All right, boom. There's our guy, Seth. You see that glass table in the front? That's a rolling tray and an ashtray on it. I'm not sure. Some of those are just funky looking pots in the back. Maybe there's no trays back there, but the glass table, those are specifically things he sells on his site. Here it is. Curvy ashtray, curvy tray. Let's ignore the ridiculous prices and just see, bro, it's an ashtray and it's a tray. So we're showing off here. You think, oh, bro, there's the tray. I'm going to be able to smoke pot. No, you're not going to be able to smoke pot, but you can make pots with Seth Rogen. You can just sit there and have your Demi Moore moment making some pots, and you can have the ghost of Seth Swayze sitting behind you just giggling in your ear. I don't know, kind of weird. I think in the listing they talk about him giving you a pottery lesson, but I only see one of the tables, so how's that lesson gonna work? Kind of interesting. Here's another picture. This place just looks like a really cool place to sesh. Anytime I see somebody post online, like tag 5 friends you want to sesh with here, it's always some kind of picture like this, right? It's always something like this. This looks like a cool spot where you're just gonna have a nice sesh with the homies. No, you can't smoke inside. Even though you see that table right there? That table on it has a rolling tray, it has a grinder, an ashtray, and some rolling papers on it. They're showing you in most of the pictures on here like ashtrays and rolling trays. Don't believe me? Here's a zoomed in shot. Bro, that's houseplant papers. We got a grinder on there. I mean, the tray itself probably costs like $9,000, but it's still a rolling tray. It's still a grinder. It has papers on it. And it's like, don't use these papers, but they're provided. This is kind of weird to me, right? Here's another picture. Cool spot. Awesome view. I mean, look at that. That looks really sick. I'm not sure what that orange thing is, that little table, but it's probably an ashtray, right? I don't know. They got an ashtray by the bathtub here. That's sick, but like, what are you going to do with the ashtray? You can't smoke inside. What do you do with it? These just look like pots, but I think those are all ashtrays. Like, these are just the ashtrays they sell. Some of them are pots, but some of them are clearly ashtrays. And we got this, like, the tableless ashtray, another ashtray. Like, half of these photos would imply that you're going to be smoking something, right? We got the houseplant block table lighter in a box, the houseplant curvy tray, all kinds of stuff here. But do not smoke in this house. I don't see a single ashtray outside. There's like 100 of them inside that you can't use. And this is the only pot that you're going to be sharing with Seth Rogen. That's it. He's even got, like, looks like one of his little ashtrays with some brushes in there, or with some tools for the pot. I don't know how to make pots. I don't know what we're doing here, but it looks kind of cool. So this is interesting, right? It's $42 a night. It's not a contest. I think they mentioned somewhere in there. It's just like whoever books it, books it. I don't know how many days it's going to be available. They say that Seth Rogen will show up for part of the evening. So they do this every night. Does he just stop by and give you like a 45-minute pottery lesson? I'm not sure. Let's take a look at the amenities. Is shampoo an amenity? When I think of amenities, I think of like, oh, we got like exercise equipment. There's a pool. I think of stuff like that, but I don't think of shampoo. I'm not sure. A record player. This is funny because look, there's going to be a record player there. No TV. No washer, no hair dryer, not a big deal. No TV? You're going on vacation, staying at an Airbnb, and there's no TV? That sounds wild. Like, you don't go on vacation to watch TV, but after like a long day of doing stuff, you want to be able to like relax, smoke a little bit, watch a little TV before you go to sleep. Can't do that at Seth Rogen's house. Sorry. You will be sober and you will watch nothing before bed. So, I don't know. We got the fire extinguisher. We got the smoke alarm. A smoke alarm is an amenity. It sounds like a requirement, but no, it's an amenity here. We got the first aid kit. We got a kitchen. And they say somewhere, let me see if I can just find it really quick. Something about the fridge. Enjoy a fully stocked fridge, by which I mean go ahead and destock it. Eat it all. What do you think is in Seth Rogen's fully stocked fridge? In his fully stocked stoner house, there's like an ashtray in every room at the end of every table and you can't smoke. Is his fridge just filled with like plastic food you can't eat? I don't know. Like... it makes me a little bit curious because like somebody's got to stay here. So you can start booking it in like a week. Somebody's got to stay here. Please take a picture of the fridge. I got to know what's in there. Please take a picture before you destock it. There's an on-site concierge. Will they at least tell you where you can go get some weed? So house rules, you can check in between 3 and 5. I'm assuming 420 is good. 2 guests max, okay? And no pets, which this seemed a little weird, right? I'm going to just point this one out. Though Zelda, my dog, would love a play buddy, we ask that you not bring any pets. So bro's gonna bring his dog, but you can't bring your dog. Get wrecked. Please note, guests will not have access to the master closet, downstairs storage room, and the outdoor pool. Wait, you can't even use the pool? You can't even use the pool, guys. I didn't know this. I glanced at this before. You can't even use it. Guests will not have access to the master closet, downstairs storage room. That's where they're hiding the weed, and the outdoor pool. What? No indoor smoking, drugs, or illegal activities. Strict no parties policy. They don't say you can't smoke outside, but you can't use the pool. There's pictures of the pool, right? I just saw it. You see this sick-ass pool? Do not think about using it. I mean, you can use the hot tub. Don't you touch my pool. I don't know. Is it because it's dangerous and somebody could get drunk and fall off the edge or something? Maybe. But then just don't have the pool at the Airbnb or pick another spot. I don't know. All meals and snacks from check-in to check-out will be provided, so let me know if there are any allergies or dietary restrictions we should keep in mind. I'm allergic to everything except Chipotle. Bring it. Lastly, and most importantly, have a good time with no weed and don't use my pool. Bro, what is this? So I thought this was interesting. What do you think about it? It seems to me like Airbnb is trying to tap into different levels of marketing. Seth Rogen has a big stoner audience, but they're using a lot of weird wording. It's called highly creative. It's hosted by Seth Rogen. It's a weed company inspired house. It's got ashtrays everywhere, but you can't smoke inside. Like, how hard is it for Seth Rogen to rent out a house and then he just has his weed there that you can smoke and you can smoke inside? I mean, it only costs $42, it said, which is like, you know, $420 minus the zero, but charge $420. People would pay it, especially if they could smoke in there, right? I don't know. I just thought this was kind of weird. I saw it and I was like, oh, cool. You can go hang out with Seth Rogen and smoke with him. Oh, you can't smoke. You're going to be making pottery. And I just learned you can't use the pool. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. Yeah, you're on vacation at Seth Rogen's house. No smoking. You can't use the pool. There's no TV. Don't bring your dog, but there's food in the fridge. Let me know what you think. The bookings open up next week. Who's booking it? Send me some pictures. I want to know what's in this fridge. Also, come get high with me on Twitch. I go live for a sesh every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. See you there. You better have clean glass. And if you never heard about why stoners are mad at Krispy Kreme, check out this video right here. I was shortly convinced that donuts didn't want me to get high, but I was proven wrong. Have a lit day, my dudes.